I come here in 1979, October 1979, and it was meant to be a camp, a base camp. It was my wife. She was my girlfriend at the time. Was a mountaineer, and she wanted to go in the mountains in the winter. And this was up in the snow, and it was also a free place to be. Yeah. It seems like a lot of work to people when they think about packing water and splitting wood and doing stuff. Time consuming. And most people in today's world, they don't have time for all that effort and live their other lives, eh? And I've got used to it. Before I moved here in 1979, I traveled quite a bit and I camped a lot, and it become just an easy thing for me to do. I learned certain skills that made it easier, and and I find that hauling water in a bucket is much easier than fixing plumbing, for instance, frozen plumbing in the winter and so on. So you don't set yourself up for so many disappointments, when you, especially when you live in a place where you don't have an infrastructure like power and so on. Like my telephone line, I had a mile of line on the ground to connect me with the world, and it's good when it works, but you can pick up the phone one morning and it's dead, and then you have to go and find where the break is, and this sort of stuff. You have to adapt rather than try and adapt to the world to you. You have to adapt to the situation. I have a stream close by that I carry water from, and I sometimes I pump water into a tank, so I do have gravity feed in the summer time, and then I have a gravity feed line that is a holding tank for very minimal, but it serves the purpose. Yeah. Well, I usually get up around between 5 and 5:30, and I make some breakfast, and I might do some paperwork if I have to, and then I go down to my field. I've always kind of pushed myself, pretty hard, and I've always believed in doing things by hand, and I've shoveled a lot of manure and dirt, and it's all with my hand. Well, my farm is spread out in the community of Argenta. I have 4 plots of land in Argenta, and one field is about 2 acres, and the other 3 fields have about approximately an acre each. My favorite poem about getting old and going down hard is Dylan Thomas. His rage against the dying of the light. That you don't want to get old. You don't want to die. We have this. I'm not the kind that'll take ayahuasca and try and experience a death experience and the euphoria of dying. And I hope I have that when I die, but I'm not going to bring it on.